Hello and welcome to Boschmer Gymnasium here on the campus of Brevard College for this USA South Conference matchup between your Brevard College Tornadoes and the Maryville College Scots. This is the second installment of this USA South Conference matchup between these two foes. Maryville College came out on top 88-63 in last night's installment, so stick around here. Tip-off is about in 11 minutes. Stick around here for this USA South Conference matchup again. Brevard College Tornadoes and the Maryville College Scots.
called F-150.
With the NFC Championship game here, fans can win $500,000.
Lineups are called out. First for the Maryville College Scots is Kevin Chong, Miles Rasnick, J.R. Sanders, Felix Udiale, and Nicholas Clifton. And for your Tornadoes, David Seeley, Laji Samora, Alex Wessig, Hayden Castle, and Benjamin Jeffcoat. Udiale and Jeffcoat going to tip it off here for between the Tornadoes and the Scots in this second installment of USA South Conference play here in the Boschmer Gymnasium. And Udiale wins the tip for the Scots, and the Scots get into the half-court set first in this matchup. Rasnick with it now on the shoulder. Goes over to the top of the key, pestered by Wessig of the Tornadoes. Tries to pull it off, but it's tipped out over to Sanders. Sanders pulls up for a three to start it off, and he knocks it down, starting off hot for the Scots. Deep three there from J.R. Sanders to start off the scoring here. It's a turnover into Chong's hands for the Scots. Gets it over to Sanders again. He pulls up for a mid-range two. That misses everything and rebounded by Laji Samora. Samora pushes the court now and gets into the half-court set for the Tornadoes. Gives it over to Jeffcoat. And that's tipped, and that's another steal. That's from Chong again. Chong goes up strong and gets it to go off the glass. 5-0 run to start for the Scots. Samora with it now for the Tornadoes. He goes over a screen, gives it off to Seeley. Seeley now off to Samora. Samora hands it off by Castle, who's pestered by Rasnick. Castle kicks out to Wessig. He can't get his three to go off the front iron. Clifton with it down on the block, pestered by two Tornadoes, and it'll be eventually called a foul. First foul of the game will go against number 22 of the Tornadoes, Alex Wessig. That'll be his first. J.R. Sanders on the baseline. Let's get it in for the Scots. Clifton with it now, hands it off to Chong, and now Rasnick. Sanders in the corner. Shot clock change to 16 seconds on the shot clock. Sanders with it, gets it into Udiale. Now Clifton gets it back down low. Udiale goes to work down low. He can't get his to go, and it's rebounded by Hayden Castle of the Tornadoes. Some more with it for the Tornadoes, gives it off to Wessig at the top of the key. He crosses over and hands it off to Seeley. Now back to Samora in the corner. He pulls up for three, and he knocks it down. Laji Samora starts the scoring off for the Tornadoes with a three from the corner. Scots push it up the floor, though, quickly. No, Nick Clifton misses a three off the front iron for the Scots. Samora pulls up for a deep two, and that's off the mark. High-intensity basketball starting off this matchup. Miles Rasnick, great move, goes up with his left hand, knocks it down. Great move by Miles Rasnick to start his scoring, leading scorer for the Scots. Jeffcoat gets it over to Samora. Now Wessig at the top of the key. Wessig hands it off to David Seeley, pulls up for three. That'll be short. It'll be a rebound by J.R. Sanders. Ball gets knocked around a little bit. And Kevin Chong gets it at the end. Good strip there by Samora, who strips Uadiale. Maybe Tornadoes possession. 7-3 the score is. Scots lead your Tornadoes. 16 minutes, 30 seconds remaining here this first half. David Seeley goes up strong, can't get the layup to go, and it's rebounded by Clifton. Kevin Chong for three now for the Scots. He knocks it down. Transition three there for the Scots. Wessig with it now, goes to the elbow, gives off to Jeffcoat for three. That's off the mark, and that'll go out of bounds off the rebound, or off the rim, sorry. Maybe timeout on the floor. 10-3, the Scots lead the Tornadoes, starting off this first half in the Boschmer Gymnasium on campus of Brevard College. 15 minutes, 56 seconds remaining here in this first half. Coming out of the timeout, Scots get their first sub in. Will be number 24, Cordell Kaw, checking in for the Scots. Sanders gives it over to Raznick. Now back over to Sanders. Tries to get it down low to Udiale. Maybe tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Scots with 18 seconds on the shot clock. Sanders gets it into Uadiale. Now hands it off to Raznick. Chong with it now. He thinks about it, but gives it over to Sanders and now to Kaw. Kaw kicks it out to Raznick, and that'll be tipped around. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Corner three by Chong, who gets it, can't get it to go off the back glass. Be a called foul on the opportunity for the rebound. I believe it'll be on number 23, Hayden Castle. Good hands by the Tornadoes again as it tipped out of bounds. 19 seconds on the shot clock. Another tip pass, but Sanders runs it down. Kaw goes in strong. And it's going to be an offensive foul on Cordell Kaw. That'll be his first. A little full court press coming out by the Scots. Vasili gets through that easily. Gets over to the shoulder, gives off to Samora. Samora goes in strong, kicks out to Wessig. He thinks about it, doesn't pull the trigger, and his pass is tipped into Uadiale's hands. And the Scots push the court. Chong with it now. Kicks over to Raznick. He pulls up for three. He can't get it to go, rattles around, and good rebound by Alex Wessig of the Tornadoes. Samora driving, and he gets it, or he can't get it to go off the left side of the paint. Raznick pushing the court, kicks it over to Kaw. He pulls up for three. He doesn't get it to go. Good rebound by Uadiale, who kicks it back out. Now Chong gives it back to Kaw. Raznick thinks about it, but slows it down. Sanders at the top of the key. Chong with it now. He goes into the paint, trying to use his mismatch there, but he can't get it to go, and it's a rebound by David Seeley. Hayden Castle with it now, gives it back to Seeley. Now Jeffcoat gets it down low to Samora. Tries to get it back to Jeffcoat, but Sanders steals it, and he drives up. And good lob there to Ua Diale, who slams it home and brings it to a 12-3 lead with 13 minutes and 42 seconds remaining. Samora with it now. He tries to go baseline, kicks it over to Seeley. He pulls up for three. He can't get it to go. And then it'll be a foul on number 22, Alex Wessig. That'll be his second foul. And now a slew of substitutions coming from both sides. For the Tornadoes, Michael Peters and Jalen Hall check in. And for the Scots, Brandon Jones checks in, as well as Jacoby Coleman. Coleman with it now at the free throw line. He goes in. Maybe a travel call on number 11, Brandon Jones of the Scots. Jalen Hall with it now. He gets it over the timeline. Gets it down low to Michael Peters, who had 14 off the bench last night. Can't get his first shot to go down. And it's rebounded by Kaw. Raznick with it now, kicks it over to Coleman. He thinks about going baseline, but drops it back off to Raznick. Now Kaw drives and gets an easy layup to go off the glass. Samora gets past Raznick, kicks it over to Hall. Hall gives it over to Seeley. Now kicks it over to Jeffcoat for a corner three. He knocks it down. It's 14-6 with 12 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in this first half. High intensity start here in the Boschmer Gymnasium, as a three by Coleman doesn't fall. Jeffcoat again, he tries to go baseline, but he's gonna be called for a travel, and that'll be another turnover by the Tornadoes. Number 23, Darrell Rice checks in for the Scots, as J.R. Sanders takes a rest. Rice with it now, gives it over to Kaw, and now to Raznick. Raznick drives, steps back at the elbow, can't get it to go. Good rebound by Michael Peters of the Tornadoes. Samora tries to get it down low to Peters, but it's tipped out of bounds by Raznick. And another substitution, Jordan Griswold checks in as we go into the media timeout. 14-6 with 11 minutes, 57 seconds remaining here in this first half. So after the Media timeout. Tornadoes have the ball on their baseline. 20 seconds on the shot clock, 11:57 on the game clock here in this first half. As they run their set. Hall gets it in to Samora. Now Jeffcoat, he drives into the paint, goes over with his left hand, can't get it to go. And that's a rebound by Brendan Jones. Scott's pushing up the court. It's going to be a late foul call, as number 3 Jordan Griswold will go to the line to shoot 2. Foul's going to be on number 33 of the Tornadoes, Benjamin Jeffcoat. That'll be his first, as Griswold hits his first of the 2. And Hayden Castle checks in for Jeffcoat. So 1 of 2 from Griswold. And the lead's 9 for the Scots. About halfway through this first half. Samora gets it down low to Hayden Castle, who tries to go to work on the block. Kicks it back out to Michael Peters, who pulls up for 3. That's off the mark. And good rebound by Griswold of the Scots. Coleman now with it. Gets it down low to Jones. Good move by Jones. Tries to go up with his left hand, but can't get it to go. Good rebound by Michael Peters. Samora crosses over. Euro steps into the lane, but can't get his layup to fall. Dale Rice with it now. Kicks it over to Griswold. He tries the Euro. That's going to be an offensive foul on Jordan Griswold. That'll be his first foul. Going to be a foul called on number 11 of the Scots. Brandon Jones and Jalen Hall go to the line to shoot 2 for the Tornadoes. So Hall misses both of his free throws. Now the Scots have it in possession. Rice gives it over to Kaw. Kaw goes behind his back, thinks about it, gives it back over to Rice. Now Coleman, he drives. He loses possession, and it'll go out of bounds. Off of Coleman last, be Tornadoes ball. Squad change by the Scots as Raznik, Uadiale, Clifton, and Chong check back in. Dale Rice is the lone survivor from that unit to stay on the court. Hayden Castle with it now. He gets it down low to Peters. Peters tries to go to work on the block, fades away and gets it. His shot to fall. Good move there by Michael Peters. Clifton gets it down low to Chong. He goes up strong. He gets his shot to go up off the glass. Powerful move there by Kevin Chong of the Scots. Jalen Hall steps into a shot, but that gets blocked by Chong. Now Rice with it as the Scots press, and that'll be a foul on the Tornadoes. I believe that's on number 25, Michael Peters. As number 23, Daryl Rice, will go to the line to shoot 2 for the Scots. Rice hits both of his free throws as J.R. Sanders checks in for him. It's 19-8, Scots lead with 9 minutes, 32 seconds remaining here in this first half. Pass goes straight out of bounds by the Tornadoes, and it's another turnover. Raznik gets it into Uadiale. Now Chong gets his pass tipped by Samora. Now Clifton with it at the top of the key. Turnover there by the Scots. As Michael Peters gets that. Now David Seeley kicks it over to Samora, but that pass is tipped out of bounds by Miles Raznik. 20 seconds on the shot clock for the Tornadoes. David Seeley now with it, gives it over to Castle. Castle bounces it over to Hall, and now David Seeley again. Back to Hall, 6 on the shot clock. Samora with it now. He pulls up for a deep three, and he knocks it down. Logi Samora for 3. He's up to 6 points for the Tornadoes. Kevin Chong over to Raznik, who tries to get an instant reply. That's off the mark. Long rebound goes to Jalen Hall. And the Tornadoes look to push the pressure. Samora with it now. He drives, goes with his left hand, but that's blocked away by Uadiale. Clifton tries to get it up, regains it, gives it back to Chong, and Chong gets an easy layup. Kevin Chong up to 9 points for the Scots. Hayden Castle with it, gives it over to David Seeley. Back to Michael Peters now, tries to get a deep three, but that's off the mark. J.R. Sanders, good pass into Uadiale. He gets a powerful move to go. See with it, gets it into Castle. His pass is tipped away. That'll go out of bounds. 14 seconds on the shot clock as we go into immediate timeout. Tornadoes down 23-11, 7 minutes and 38 seconds remaining here in this first half. It'll be Tornadoes ball coming out of the immediate timeout. 14 seconds on the shot clock. As David Seeley tries to get it in under his own basket. Hayden Castle with it now. Gives it over to Peters, 7 on the shot clock. Peters drives, goes on the block, fades away. Can't get it to go off the glass. Uadiale turns it over into Jeffcoat. Jeffcoat gives it over to Samora, and now to Castle. That'll be a illegal screen by number 25, Michael Peters of the Tornadoes. That'll be his second foul. Sanders gives it over to Chong. Now Raznick, he pulls up for a mid-range two. And that misses everything. And that'll be out of bounds against the Scots. David Seeley with it now. Gives it over to Castle. Now some more, gives over to Seeley, down low to Castle. Castle goes up strong and gets it to go off the glass. Hayden Castle gets his first 2 points of the night. Kevin Chong with it now, gives over to Kaw. Now to Sanders. Sanders steps back, gets his pass tip. Now Cordell Kaw with it now. And that'll be a foul on number 23, Hayden Castle. I believe that'll be his third of the night. That'll be his second, excuse me. Kay misses his first of the 1-and-1. The Tornado rebound now through David Seeley. Gives it over to Michael Peters. He drives, hands it off to Castle. Now Castle gives it back down low to Peters. Peters spins, but he'll be called for the travel. Sanders steps into a three, and he knocks it down after the crossover. J.R. Sanders, great shot there. 26-13, Scots lead with 5 minutes, 30 seconds remaining here in this first half. Hayden Castle with it, gets it down low to some more. He spins, goes up strong against Kay. That's off the mark, and eventually rebounded by Uadiale. Uadiale can't get his layup to go off the glass. And David Seeley with it now. He goes strong. That's going to be an offensive foul against David Seeley. That'll be his first. Number 11, Brandon Jones, comes in for Uadiale of the Scots. Kay with it now, gives it over to Coleman. Now Jones gives it over to Chong. His pass is tipped. Hayden Castle gets it in to Jeffco. Jeffco goes up strong and reverses it. That's going to be a foul. Number 24 of the Scots, Cordell Kay. That'll be his second, as Benjamin Jeffco goes to the line to shoot two. Miles Raznick comes in for Kevin Chong of the Scots, as Jeffco can't hit his first of the two. Jeffco hits one of two. No, Scots push again. Three doesn't fall for Coleman, and rebounded by Samora. Jeffco with it now. Gives it over to Seeley. Seeley hands it over to Jeffco. That's going to end up being a foul on number 24, Cordell Kay. That'll be his third. Two in quick succession there for Kay, as Clifton checks in for him. Some more, gives it over to Seeley. Now Castle. Castle tries to get it over to Peters. And that'll be a foul on Michael Peters. That'll be his second. And the Scots go to the line for a 1-1. Sanders hits his first on a 1-1. .point lead for the Scots. 4 minutes, 16 seconds remaining here in this first half. Castle gives it over to Seeley, who gets it to Jeffcoat. Jeffcoat splits the defenders. He'll be called for a double dribble. Coleman gets it into Clifton. He tries to get his good move down low on the block. He gets the foul and the bucket. And that foul is going to be on number 2, David Seeley. That'll be his second. A little bit of a mismatch down low. As the number 22, Nicholas Clifton, the 6'6" power forward, goes up against David Seeley, the 5'10" guard. Gonna be a timeout here on the floor. 30-14, the Scots lead over the Tornadoes with 3 minutes, 58 seconds remaining in this first half. After the timeout, Nicholas Clifton goes to the line for his three-point play opportunity. He hits his. And David Seeley brings up the court for the Tornadoes. Samora gets his pass picked off by Raznick. And he gets his easy layup. We had timeout on the floor. It's 33-14, 3 minutes, 42 seconds remaining here in this first half. David Seeley with it, bringing up the court for the Tornadoes. Now Samora. Samora crosses over, spins, gives it back over to Seeley at the top of the key. Now Jeffcoat, he goes baseline, kicks it back out to Samora. Now Seeley, he pulls up for a deep three. That's off the front end of the rim. That's tipped out. to Jones. Now Sanders with it. Gives it over to Clifton. He pulls up for a wide open three. That doesn't go. Brandon Jones gets a good offensive rebound. And that'll be a foul on Jones as he goes to the line to shoot two. Foul's going to be on number 42, John Martin. That'll be his first. Number 23, Dale Rice, comes in for J.R. Sanders of the Scots. Jones gets both of his to fall. Jones takes a seat for Uadiale. S'more gives over to Jeffcoat. Now Martin kicks it back out to Seeley. Seeley kicks it over to Castle. And that's going to be a foul by number 23, Dale Rice. Seeley splits the defenders, kicks it back out to S'more. He pulls up for a deep three. That's off the mark. That'll be a foul, I believe, on number 23, Hayden Castle. That'll be his third. Jacoby Coleman goes to the line to shoot two for the Scots. Coleman knocks down both as J.R. Sanders checks back in for the Scots. Castle with it now, gives it over to Jeffcoat. Now Seeley gets it back down low to Castle. Castle goes to work down on the block. He puts it up strong, can't get it to go. It's going to be a turnover by the Scots. Castle gives it over to Seeley. Seeley kicks back out to Castle. He pulls up for three. That's off the mark. That's rebounded by Clifton. Now Rasnick with it. Under 2 minutes now. Sanders thinks about it but drives. He goes up strong. Can't get it to go off the glass. Good rebound. Excuse me. It goes to the hand of Jeffcoat. And then Clifton is called for a travel. As number 40, Dalton Coleman, checks in for the first time for the Scots. S'more with it now. Goes over a Martin screen. Goes over to Castle. Now Martin has it. Hands it off to Jeffcoat. Martin with it now, going to work down on the block. He goes up strong with the right hand. Can't get it to go off the glass. Now Rasnick with it for the Scots. Rasnick drives. Can't get it to go. And Castle with the rebound. Castle with it still, gives over to S'more. Now Jeffcoat, he pulls up for three, and he knocks it down. Benjamin Jeffcoat for three. He's up to 7 points for the Tornadoes. Under a minute now. Tornadoes down 37-17 to the Scots. Coleman with it now. Gives it back over to Rasnick. Tipped out of bounds by Martin. Timeout on the floor. 42 seconds remaining here in this first half. Scots lead 37-17. Scots ball with 11 seconds after the timeout. 11 seconds on the shot clock, 42 on the game clock. That'll be a 5-second violation on the Scots. Samora with it now. He hands it off to Castle and now to Martin. Martin gives it to Jeffcoat. He pulls up for three. That hits the front end of the rim. And shot clock off for the Scots. Scots look to hold for the last shot of the half. J.R. Smith with it. Uses it over Rice, and now Rasnick, 5 on the shot clock. He steps over, crosses over. And that's going to be a foul. Foul's going to be on number 3, Laji Samora. That'll be his first. Rasnick will go to the line to shoot 2 with 2.9 seconds on the shot clock, or on the game clock, excuse me. Rasnick can't hit the first of his 2. Now number 21, Daniel Jackson, checks in for the first time for Rasnick, or excuse me, for Uadiale. 2.9 on the game clock for the Tornadoes. Try to get a shot up. As Sealy pulls up half court heave. He can't hit anything there, and that'll take us a half in this second installment of USA South Conference basketball between your Brevard College Tornadoes and the Maryville College Scots. 38-17. Scots go in with the lead. Benjamin Jeffcoat leading all the scorers for the Tornadoes with 7 points, and Laji Samora with 6 points. For the Scots, Kevin Chong with 9, Miles Rasnick with 5, and J.R. Sanders with 8. Again, going into halftime, Scots lead the Tornadoes 38-17.
We want to play soccer.
We want to climb.
We want to play baseball.
We want to race.
We want to play basketball.
We want to play football.
We want to play soccer.
We want to race.
We want to cheer.
We want to play lacrosse.
We want to play basketball.
We want to play tennis.
We want to play lacrosse.
We want to play volleyball.
We want to play softball.
Hi, I'm Tyler Clark, a junior on the Brevard College cycling team. Help us race this season by practicing the 3 W's. Wear a mask, wait 6 feet apart, and wash your hands. Thank you, and go Tornadoes.
All right, after halftime, 38-17, Scots lead the Tornadoes. Again, leading scorers for the Scots is with 9 points, number 1, Kevin Chong. With 8 points, number 5, J.R. Sanders. And with 5 points, number 2, Miles Raznick. For the Tornadoes, number 33, Benjamin Jeffcoat has 7. And number 2, Logi Samora with 6. Alex Wessig with it now, gives it over to Samora, and now Castle. Castle hands it off to Seeley. And now Jeffcoat. Wessig now with 5 on the shot clock. He goes into the paint and draws the foul on number 2, Miles Raznick. That'll be his first foul. So Alex Wessig goes to the line to shoot 2. So he can't get the first. Wessig goes 1 of 2 from the line. Now Sanders has it for the Scots, going into their half-court press. Now Chong gives it over to Raznick. Now Clifton. Clifton steps over, gives it down to Uadiale. Back out to Clifton. He pulls up for 3, and he knocks it down. Nicholas Clifton, 6 points now for the Scots. Seeley gives it over to Jeffcoat. Now over to Castle. Castle gives it over to Seeley. And then dribbles up to the top of the key, gives it over to Samora. Good pass in there by Castle, gives it over to Seeley. He gets the layup to go. Uadiale gets the switch. That'll be a foul. It's going to end up being on number 22 of the Tornadoes, Alex Wessig. That'll be his third, as Uadiale will go to the line to shoot 2. Uadiale goes 2 for 2 from the line. And the Scots come out into full court press. Samora gets it in to Jeffcoat. Jeffcoat pulls up for a deep 2. He can't get it to go, and Chong races down the rebound. Chong pushes it up the court for the Scots, gives it over to Clifton. Back over to Chong, tries to get down low, but kicks it back out to Clifton. Now Raznick pulls up for 3. That's off the mark. A rebound by Uadiale. Good pass into Chong, who gets it to go off the glass. Good pass there by J.R. Sanders. And Chong is now into double digits for the Scots. Good passing there by the Tornadoes. Gets an easy layup for Hayden Castle. It's 45-22. Scots lead, 7 minutes, 30 seconds remaining here. Raznick with it now, gets it over to Clifton. Clifton drives, gets into the paint. It's going to be a foul. Number 33 of the Tornadoes, Benjamin Jeffcoat. Now number 15, Jalen Hall, checks in for Jeffcoat. Sanders gives it over to Raznick. Now to Chong, back over to Sanders. Sanders drives into the paint, pulls up from the elbow as he knocks it down. Good shot there by J.R. Sanders of the Scots. Seeley gets it into Wessig, who kicks it over. 3 ball goes there for Logi Samora. Samora now has 9 points for the Tornadoes. Sanders thinks about it, holds it, gives over to Raznik, who pulls up for a mid-range two, can't get it to go. Ball tipped around, but finally into Samora's hands. Now Hall goes in, tries to get it in to Castle, but it's tipped out of bounds by the Scots. Hall gets it into Wessig. Wessig goes to work, gives it back out to Samora, now to Castle. Castle kicks it down to Wessig. He spins, goes baseline, kicks out to Hall. Hall goes up strong. He can't get it to go. And Kay has it now, kicks out to Sanders. Sanders drives, puts it hard up off the glass, and he gets it to go. Good take there by J.R. Sanders. That foul is going to be on number 2, David Seeley. That'll be his third. And J.R. Sanders will go to the line to shoot one for his three-point play opportunity. J.R. Sanders up to 12 points now on the night. As he hits it, now he's the leading scorer for the Scots with 13. Castle with a corner three for the Tornadoes as he knocks it down. So the bucket will be made, and then there will be a foul on the play. Maybe Tornadoes ball on the baseline. The foul would be on Cordell Kay, and that would cause for a turnover. And now David Seeley has it for the Tornadoes. Seeley gives it over to Castle, gives it over to Hall. Hall with it now with 7 seconds on the shot clock. Hall steps into one, can't get it to go. Sanders with it now. He thinks about it, loses possession, and that'll be a steal by Jalen Hall, excuse me. Hall has it, gives over to Seeley, who gets his shot tipped. It'll be a foul on the floor by number 2, David Seeley. That'll be his fourth. The timeout on the floor as this Maryville College Scots lead your Brevard College Tornadoes 50-28 with 15 minutes and 19 seconds remaining in this matchup. Scots ball after the timeout. J.R. Sanders with it. He spins, tries to get it down low. Can't get it. Chong tries to save it, and it's right into a Tornado's hands. Seeley with it, gives it over to Hall, and now to Castle. Foul's gonna be on Kevin Chong. That'll be his first. Be a foul. I believe that will be on Kevin Chong again. So 2 fouls in quick succession by the Scots. That'll be his second. Jalen Hall goes to the line to shoot 3. So Hall hits 2 of his 3. The Scots push up the pressure. It's going to be a late foul call. And that foul's going to be on number 22, Alex Wessig. That'll be his 4th. That's number 1, Kevin Chong, will go to the line to shoot 2. Michael Peters and Benjamin Jeffcoat check in for the Tornadoes. For Alex Wessig and David Seeley. Chong goes 1 of 2 from the line. Hall puts up a floater off the glass, can't get it to go. And Chong gets his pass tipped. Michael Peters grabs it and gives it over to Laji Samora. Samora gives it to Jeffcoat, and now Jalen Hall for 3. That ball is blocked by Clifton. And then Clifton gets his pass picked off by Hayden Castle. Hall gives it over to Castle, down low into Jeffcoat. Jeffcoat tries to go up strong, but that's going to be a foul. Foul's going to be on number 22, Nicholas Clifton. That'll be his first. Number 2, Miles Raznick will come to take out Kevin Chong. Tornadoes ball on the baseline. Jalen Hall tries to get it in. Gets in to Michael Peters. Hall steps back, thinks about it. Gives it over Jeffco. That's tip, but Hall regains possession. He kicks it out, gives it straight to J.R. Sanders. Sanders gives it to Raznick, who's trailing. And now Clifton goes up with his left hand, knocks it down. It'll be a timeout on the floor. 53-30. Scots lead your Tornadoes. 13 minutes, 51 seconds remaining here in this matchup. Tornadoes ball after the timeout. Benjamin Jeffcoat gets over the timeline. His pass gets tipped. Miles Raznick can't catch up with it. Logi Samora has it. Samora gets over the timeline with 13 seconds on the shot clock. Samora steps back deep three. That's off the back iron. Good rebound by Clifton. J.R. Sanders with it now. Gives it over to Coleman. Raznick kicks it over to Clifton. He thinks about it, now drives. He goes up strong. And that'll be a foul on number 3, Logi Samora. And that'll be his second. Clifton goes to the line to shoot 2. David Seeley checks in for Jalen Hall now. 53-30, Scots lead, 13 minutes and 7 seconds remaining in this USA South Conference matchup. The second of the weekend. As the Scots pulled out the first one last night, 88-63. A little bit of a tangle up there. Be a jump ball call. Cordell K and Felix Uadiale check in. Stay with the Scots through Miles Raznick, who gets it into J.R. Sanders. Sanders goes into the paint, pulls up, can't get it to go. Cordell K gets offensive rebound, and then he'll be fouled. Foul's going to be on number 25 of the Tornadoes, Michael Peters. That'll be his 4th of the night, as Cordell K will go to the line. K hits the first. K hits both of them. 55-30 now, Scots lead. Jeffcoat with it now. His pass is tipped, but gets it over to some more. Good pass into Michael Peters, who goes up with his left hand, gets it to go. Uadiale goes up strong. Good shot and the foul. And that'll be the 5th on Michael Peters. That'll end his night. So the and 1 bucket for Felix Uadiale. As Uadiale finishes off his 3-point play. Seeley with it now, kicks it over to Samora. He pulls up for 3. He knocks it down. Logi Samora now with 12 points for the Tornadoes. First one in the double digits. Cordell K goes baseline, goes reverse, and he knocks it down. Cordell K, 6 points now off the bench. Samora with it now. Giving it over to Jeffcoat. Now Seeley. Seeley gets it in to the paint, kicks out to Samora now from Wessig. And that's off the mark. Rebounded by Ua Diale. Now Rice bringing it up the court. Rasnick goes baseline. Can't get it to go. Rebound by Kay for the Scots, and he hits the front end of the rim. Some more with it in the corner. And that'll be a foul. And number 12 of the Scots. It's going to be on Jacoby Coleman. That'll be his second. That'll be a timeout on the floor. 60-35. Scots lead the Tornadoes with 11 minutes remaining here in this matchup. Tornadoes ball after the timeout. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Sealy gets it into Castle. Now Wessick down low. He gets into the paint, spins around. He hits a foul and the bucket. Foul's going to be on number 11 of the Scots, Brandon Jones. That'll be his second. Alex Wessick goes to the line to try to finish out his three-point play. And that's off the mark. Rebounded by Kay. Rice drives baseline, kicks it back out to Chong. He pulls up for three. That's off the mark. Long rebound goes to Wessick. And now Sealy brings it up the court for the Tornadoes. Sealy hands it off to Jeffcoat. Now kicks it over some more for a corner three. That's off the mark, and a rebound goes to Kay. Rice goes over a screen, gives it over to Kay. Now to Coleman. Jones hands it off to Chong. Chong gives it over to Kay. He thinks about it. Now he drives, goes up with his right hand, gets it to go. As Kay goes up to 8 points. Samora hands it off to Jeffcoat. Now to Wessick. Wessick goes behind the back. Hands it off to Sealy. Now that's going to be a foul on number 12 of the Scots, Jacoby Coleman. That'll be his third. Now Hayden Castle goes to the line. J.R. Sanders checks in for Jacoby Coleman. Castle hits his first of the 1-and-1. And 2 for 2 from the line is Castle. Kay gives over to Chong. Chong drives now. tries to get the pass. And that'll be an offensive foul on Kevin Chong as Alex Wessig draws the charge. It'll be the third foul on Chong. Wessig now into the paint. He uses his strength and gets the foul. He goes to the line to shoot two. Foul is going to be on number 11, Brandon Jones. That'll be his third. Wessig goes 2 for 2 from the line. And the lead is 62-41 with 9 minutes and 14 seconds remaining. Scots lead the Tornadoes here in Boschmer Gymnasium on the campus of Brevard College. As Brandon Jones has it for the Scots going into the paint. As he gets to go high off the glass. Samora gets it over to Jeffcoat. Jeffcoat pulls up for three. That's off the mark. Rebound goes to Dale Rice. So he gives it to Chong. Chong meets Jeffcoat at the rim, can't get it to go. Gets his own offensive rebound and tips it in. Samora with it now. He tries to go baseline, kicks it back out to Seeley. Seeley gets it in to Wessig. Wessig goes up strong with his left hand, and he gets it to go. Alex Wessig now with 7 points for the Tornadoes. Rice goes baseline, puts it up, can't get it to go. Seeley grabs the rebound. Some more now with as the Tornadoes try to push the ball up the court. Wessig gets it into some more, can't get his left-hand layup to go. It's rebounded by Chong. Now Sanders with it. So he kicks it out to Rice. Rice thinks about it but slows down the tempo and brings it into the half-court set. Three-point shot by Jones can't go. And Samora grabs the rebound. Castle with it now. Gives it over to Samora. Samora down low to Wessig. Wessig spins. Maybe a carry call and turnover on the Tornadoes. Timeout on the floor. Tornadoes down 66-43 with 7 minutes and 9 seconds remaining here in this matchup. Sanders thinks about the shot. Gives it over to Raznick, who pulls the shot. He knocks it down. Miles Raznick with a 3. Raznick now with 8 points. Seeley cuts into the paint, puts up a floater, he knocks it down. David Seeley now with 4 points. Jeffco gets blocked there by Uadiale. A long pass goes to J.R. Sanders, who gets the easy layup on the other end. Foul's going to be on number 14 for the Scots, Uadiale. Logi Samora goes to the line to shoot 2. Raznick grabs a rebound as Daniel Jackson and Dalton Coleman check in for the Scots. Sanders in control for the Scots. Goes over a Udiale screen, pulls up from the elbow, knocks it down. J.R. Sanders now with 17. Excuse me, with 15. Castle screen passes the ball over to Seeley, and then he'll be fouled. Foul's going to be on number 2, Miles Raznick. That'll be his second as David Seeley goes to the line. Timeout on the floor, 75-47, Scots lead over the Tornadoes. 4 minutes, 57 seconds remaining in this matchup. shot there by Griswold. Goes in for the Scots, and that's up 78-47 now. Jeffcoat gives in to Wessig. Jeffcoat can't handle the pass. Regains possession, gives it over to Castle with 5 on the shot clock. Gives it back over to Jeffcoat. He steps into it, gives off to Castle to 3. That misses everything, and that'll be a shot clock violation. Turnover there. Scott's Castle gets a loose ball. And Jeffcoat pulls up for a mid-range 2. And that's off the mark. Rebounded there by number 44, Trayvon Jackson. Number 32, Chase Radinor. Excuse me, number 33, Caden Cup checks in for the Scots, and there'll be a timeout on the floor. 78-47, Scots lead, 3 minutes, 37 seconds remaining in this USA South Conference matchup. Scott's ball now through Javon Crane. So he goes over a screen, gets it down low to Jackson. Pass goes into Dalton Coleman as he gets his shot up and good for the Scots. Kessinger now gives over to Glaze. And his pass goes into the backcourt. That'll be a turnover on Glaze and the Tornadoes. So some newcomers coming in. Jamal Frink, Eli Kissinger, Alex Glaze, and John Martin are in for the Tornadoes, as well as Javen Crane, Dale Rice, Caden Cup, Dalton Coleman, and Traven Jackson for the Scots. Offensive rebound there off the miss of Traven Jackson, who gets his own rebound and puts it through for 2 for the Scots. Glaze with it now. Gives it over to Hall. Back over to Glaze. He pulls up for a corner 3 as he knocks it down. Jackson with it now. Foul's going to be on number 11, Eli Kissinger. That'll be his first. Number 14, Cody Reap checks in for the first time for the Tornadoes as Jackson hits his first of the free throws. And Jackson hits the second. 84-50. Scots lead with 2 minutes, 25 seconds remaining here in this USA South Conference matchup. The second of the doubleheader on the weekend. Reap with it now. Gives it over to Frink, back up to Kissinger. Kissinger gives it over to Reap and now to Frink again. He pulls for a corner three. That's off the mark. That's tapped out. And that's blocked by John Martin of the Tornadoes. Now Coleman for the Scots. 14 on the clock, on the shot clock. Cup with it now. He drives, goes over with his right hand. He can't get it to go. And then Frink grabs the rebound. Frink brings it up for the Tornadoes. 90 seconds left in this matchup. Reap with it now. He pulls up for three. That's off the mark. And it's rebound by Javon Crane. Coleman gets blocked by Martin. And Trayvon Jackson has his foot out of bounds. It'll be Tornadoes ball. Glaze with it, pulls up for a corner three. That's off the mark. Be a rebound by Coleman. Coleman brings it up the court now. Gets it down low to Dalton Coleman. He gets it to go off the glass. Kessinger with it now. Into the half-court set. Under a minute now. Glaze with it, gives it over to Kessinger. Kessinger drives and then puts up with his right hand, can't get it to go. Coleman grabs the rebound. Dalton Coleman, that is. He gives it off to Crane. Crane gives it over to Jacoby Coleman. And now Cup. Cup goes to the top of the key, crosses over, now drives into the paint. Goes up with his left hand, can't get it to go. And that'll be a last touch by Cup. It'll be Tornadoes ball. This shot clock off, 16 seconds on the clock. Martin now gives over to Frink. And now he gets it to go. Jamal Franks for three there, and that'll end it here. And for the weekend series between Brevard College Tornadoes and Maryville College Scots, Tornadoes fall 86-53. Leading scorers for the Scots first, 17 points for J.R. Sanders, 14 points for Kevin Chong, 10 points for Miles Rasnick, and 8 points for Cordell Kaw. For the Tornadoes, 12 points for Laji Samora, 9 points for Hayden Castle, and tied with 7 is Alex Wessig and Benjamin Jeffcoat. Tornadoes shoot 17 of 56 from the field with a 30.4 field goal percentage, while the Scots go 30 of 62 with 48.4% from the field. Tornadoes go 31% from behind the arc, 9 of 29, as the Scots go 6 of 18 with 33.3%. Tornadoes struggle from the line again, 10 of 18 going 55.6% from the line, as the Scots go 20 of 26 with 76.9%. Scots had 18 turnovers compared to the Tornadoes with 16, but the Scots scored 21 points off those turnovers, compared to the Tornadoes with 10. In total rebounds, again, like last night, the Scots out-rebounded the Tornadoes 52-23, and 11 offensive rebounds for the Scots. So that'll be it. Tornadoes fall to 0-3 on the season, as the Scots go 3-1 Have a good night.